Welcome to the Lancer Media Sports Podcast. Today I'm Jason Bird, and this week we're going to be talking about the Lancers' third consecutive appearance coming into the state semifinals game against Mervo Mustangs, along with their win against the North Point Eagles in the state quarterfinals. Today with me I have the running back, Xander McClure. So obviously Lancers got to a bit of a slow start in that first half. Guys only scored 13. Eagles had only a 1 point lead. But that second half started off with Scott recovering fumble for a touchdown. That was pretty crazy. You guys went back and forth throughout the game. That huge fourth down stop at the end of the game that closed it out on 4th and 8. What was the mindset that changed for the offense specifically that made you guys so explosive in the second half?
Well, really, we just kept doing what we do best, pounding the rock like usual, and we have a big advantage when it comes to conditioning and strength with all these teams. So that's why we really come out in the second half very, very strong, typically, over the other teams.
How have the leaders for that offensive line and you guys work so well, you guys always play extremely well. How did that really change the narrative and become such a factor in that second half as well?
The line takes a huge lead. Just trying to get everybody going, everybody on the same page plays a huge factor in that too. Just making sure everybody's on the same page.
And for the defense, obviously you don't play defense, but your defense played extremely well. Even though they were the North Point Eagles, they were scoring obviously a decent amount. You guys were going back and forth, but when you guys need that stop on that final drive, they were able to get it. What do you have to say on that defense?
That was huge. I love our defense. They're good where and when it counts all the time, and I love it.
All right, so Lancer played the game. We're going to give it to you after you had 198 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, a 2-point conversion, and a passing touchdown.
Yeah.
Is that your first passing touchdown that you've ever had?
I think so, yeah.
What happened on that play? Take me through what the game plan was for that.
It was just on the fly. We were on the sidelines, and Coach Rich was explaining how the play was going to go and explaining what the signal was going to be for it. And so he was saying just when I gave the signal, you're going to go in motion. You got to get deep, and Bruce is going to throw you the bubble and tuck it, run a little bit, and then bomb it to Johan. And I saw him call the play, and I was like, all right, bet.
And that was a risky play too. That was near the end of the half.
Yeah.
That you guys were at the 39 after they had a foul, moved you guys up a bit more. The energy going into that second half after that huge play, and then obviously started off your offensive lineman got a score.
Yeah.
How insane were those 2 plays, and how did that actually affect you guys playing throughout the rest of the game?
It was huge. I think it completely shifted the momentum. Not that they had huge momentum on us in the first half, just that we had a lot more momentum coming out of the half.
Obviously, you played on the team last year. Your role was a bit different last year because they had Davon, they had Johan also at back. From last year to this year, how would you say you've evolved your game, or in some case mature in a way, since you've had to step up and kind of be the starter?
Well, last year I was I kind of played all around a good bit, and this year it's just strictly been running back. So I guess just stepping up and in one specific position, trying to be the best I can in that position has been huge over the past year.
So state semifinals are obviously this Friday. It's going to be the 3rd year you guys have gone back to back to back.
Yeah.
People are saying that if you guys beat them, you guys might get a little ahead and go to states. But I was talking to Coach, and he wants to say specifically on this game, what on the offensive side do you guys think you need to work on from last week?
I think we had a few penalties on us on Friday. We need to get those polished up and make sure that we're not shooting ourselves in our own foot on Friday, because that plays a huge factor in it. That and just polishing up what we usually do, just making sure everything's sharp.
Is it important that you guys get off to a fast start in opposed to last game? You guys obviously had a big start and end in the second half, but in that first half is a bit slower. Is that important to get off to a quicker start, or is it just gonna kind of play out how it plays out?
Yeah, I think it's good to get a quick start. Come out pounding the rock and get a few scores up fast, like like we did against Rockville. Just put up a good amount of points fast. That would be huge.
And don't want to get too ahead once again, but if you guys beat the Mustangs in this semifinals game, you guys will be in your third consecutive states game.
Yeah.
From it would be our freshman year when they won last year against Franklin, and then it would be this year. How big would that be for the Lancers, for you guys, for you personally, to just go back to states?
I think it would be huge. Like you said, bigger role this year than last year. So for me personally, that would be huge. Being a big part of the team.
All right. Well, once again, this is the Lancer Media Sports Podcast. My name is Jason Bird, and this is running back Xander McClure. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.